Many people have knowledge about Allah. But do a person believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Iman. That was why the Sahabas became successful. They talk about the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to learn, everyone in this majlis have to learn to talk about the greatness of Allah. It's easy for a person to talk about dunya. Feel hours upon hours of it and a person will get tired. But when a person talks about the greatness of Allah, sometimes very, very short. So many often my respected brothers talk about the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Man Allah, who is Allah? Man Allah, who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? This is the prime foundation of all the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam. They introduced to the markaz. Who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Everybody was talking about the creation. How much the people is doing, how much the people is improving in all the material things of the world. When the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam came to the dunya, they tell them to stop. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Bidayah wa Nihayah. He is the beginning of everything and is the end of everything. All what's between is nothing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent out the prophets to tell mankind, Man Allah, who is Allah? And introduce the makhluk to the Khaliq. Just like a person of a book. And you're the author of the book. The author talk about it. Before you read the book, you got the author tell them about himself and say, go to this. So much of qualification and people introduce themselves within the book, this author. So you talk about the author before they even start to read the book. Introduction towards what he is. Who going to introduce the makhluk to the Khaliq when everybody's listening? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the prophets to this world to tell mankind that mankind, all mankind, your time in this dunya is very, very limited. And akhirat is the real goal, the real maqsad is the next life. This dunya is only empty hand, is a test, is an iktibar, is a test for mankind. How are you going to behave in the dunya? Where do you believe? Where your iman go? So all the prophets came with the same dawat. Their dawat didn't change. They said, La ilaha illallah, Allah khaliq of kulli shay. He's the creator of all things. Malik of kulli shay, al-razaq of kulli shay. Khaliq of everything, and everything is makhluk. Everything that you think about, everything that you know about, everything that you see is all makhlukat. And the Khaliq wants you and me to recognize his greatness. Al-Malik of kulli shay is all of everything. When people say, I own land, I own land, landlord, I own land, we don't want nothing. In reality, when a person thinks consciously, he will submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and say, I don't want nothing. Allah will give me everything. So when the time to give back in your part, I will give. Because I don't want nothing. And Malik of kulli shay, Malik of dunya, Malik of akhirat. So no one owns anything. All these titles called laqab. Laqab people put on themselves, I don't own this, I don't own that. When you negate all these things, nafi kulli shay, nafi kulli shay, nafi kulli shay, you negate all these titles to become humble, to submit yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to know that you are Abdullah, you are a slave of Allah. Because all these titles become a barrier between you and your Rabb. We don't own nothing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a Malik of kulli shay, al-Malik. Repeat these words all the time to keep the heart clean from all false and deception and gurur and deception. Al-Razaq of kulli shay. Al-Razaq, the one who sustains everything. From the dharra that run in the gold, that atom that run in the universe. Mother Zaharat wa Mother Ikhfadat. Whatever an atom appear or disappear, Allah owns it. Atom that you cannot see. Nothing run in the universe below atom or dharra. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the razik, is the sustainer of that atom. So my respected brothers, when you have this in front of us, And when we make effort on the iman and yaqeen, la ilaha illallah, la ma'budu bihaqqin illallah. There's nothing worthy of worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Asaba samawati wal ard, we hear it before we read it every day in our ta'aleem. And doubt towards it, but do we recognize it? Asaba samawati wal ard, wa ma baynahuma, all the seven heavens on earth, and the nujum, and the stars, and the kawakib, and the planets. Kullu shay mawjood for one kaf, and he said, la ilaha illallah, afdal, every. This is the kalima that Allah gives us. And all the Ambi either started something doubt towards that. So the whole maklukat did not affect them. If we don't give dawat, it's good to listen, alhamdulillah. But if we don't give dawat, then it's everything going to affect us. As we proceed in time, things are going to affect us. This is going to affect us, that going to affect us. But when the person gives dawat, Allah give you a shield. Allah protect you from all these things. These things won't affect you. As the Ambiya them came and give doubt towards la ilaha illallah. When the people was against them, they didn't move an inch. They said Allah is Malik, Allah is Razik. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rules everything. All the prophets give dawat towards the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the seven areas on the earth and what is between it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rule it. Why Allah teaches iman and yaqeen? La ilaha illallah is not on the tongue, you got to have yaqeen in the heart. That's when all the prophets and came, and Allah subhanahu to make us know that makhluk have no being on Allah subhanahu qudrat. Allah qudrat is mutlaq. We got to understand this. So he does not need no help of no creation. When you do anything, it's for yourself. When you give in the part of Allah subhanahu it's for yourself. Allah subhanahu shows from Quran, Qasas of Ambiya alayhi salatu salam. Qasas Ambiya alayhi salatu salam. Quran is Kitabullah, Kalamullah. It's not a book to read like a babaga. I'm also a babaga too. Right? The Quran not to read like a babaga. You have to dabbar fihi, tarkus fihi. Is to study it, is to focus on it. What Allah is saying to us in our time and our zaman that we live in this time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about many stories of Ambiya. Uzair alayhi salatu salam. Uzair is an Ambiya and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah teaching him and yaqeen. Uzair was a great prophet. And when he said, the city burning down, everything destroyed, everything come to destruction. He looked and thinks for a while. What is going to come back? A slight thing coming. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put Uzair to sleep. Can there some food? And there was some food in the nursery, and that food was fresh. And he hung it up. And Uzair, Allah put him to sleep for how long? Yom Obada Yom? No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put him to sleep for 100 years. To make me and you know something. Allah put Uzair, alayhi salatu salam, is a Nabi for 100 years. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make him wake up from the sleep after 100 years and ask him, how long have you been tiring? Uzair said, maybe a day. Because you could remember, Allah said, look at him donkey. The donkey, everything gone into dust. But the food was fresh. As long as we leave it. Then a person that think will ugly. Everybody will say from now to Yom Kiamat, cave. The word cave for coming. How? In food remain fresh. And in donkeys is dust into bones dust. And the food remain as it is. Yaqeen in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in me and you said, don't think with this akal. Allah said, believe that his qudrat is mutlaq. This is what we need to understand. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, make him look at it donkey. And everything came back, bones, flesh, everything feather, everything came together, and the donkey stand up. And life come back into it. Allah said, he is almighty, the wise. This is the Allah showing us his qudrat mutlaq, his power is an eternal power. It does not need time and space. We need it. So when your iman is on that, when our iman is on that and sifat, that being and these beautiful attributes, when we understand the greatness of Allah, that we don't time and space do not affect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ahl al-Kaf, the people who have iman, There was some fifty and shabab, some people who was believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There were some youths who did believe in Allah. Just like today, when you want to preserve your iman, would not Allah help you? You want to preserve your iman and yaqeen, you want to die with. Sahabas think about dying. We think about living. They think about dying with iman. They used to worry about iman. كيف أموت على الإيمان? How do I die on iman? They used to think about iman and yaqeen. That's what they make mazakir amongst themselves about the greatness of Allah. Allah give us qasas in the Quran to make us the tadabbur, to think, to ponder. Ahl al-Kahf, the people of the cave, was youths, isn't it? And they went to strive to save the iman and yaqeen and amal. They didn't went for dunya. They didn't want to get any job or do merchandise. They went because the person at that time was a king, al-Ghali, was a malik al-Ghali, he was an oppressive king. He was a mushrik. And he didn't want nobody to be on Tawheed. They wanted to serve Allah, the greatness of Allah. Malik Khalik. He was against Tawheed. Kulli Zaman is the same. They always the people against Tawheed, they want to serve Allah. And these youths, they want to save the Iman and Yaqeen. So what happened? Their leaves and went underneath one tree. And some of them gathered up. All of them had the same belief, the same figure. Because they know that the kingdom of everybody was mushrik as on one side. Ahl al-Tawheed on one side. Two Jamaat. Ahl al-Tawheed or Ahl al-Taghut. And these youths got up to save Iman and Yaqeen and Amal. Fikr, oh we can save Iman, oh we can save Tawheed, oh we can save Yaqeen. And they will get up and they make fikr and they decide to move in the path of Allah to save Iman. They didn't stay. They decide to move fi sabilillah to save Iman and Yaqeen and Amal. What did Allah do? What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Man Allah? Who's Allah? Even the kalb, even the dog that of no value, join the Jamaat. Because the Jamaat was the dhikr and fikr. Even the dog that have no value, the kalb, join the Jamaat. And yet still, we don't ask about what color is a dog, or long is a dog, or fat is a dog. I don't want to talk about that. It's a dog, kalb, fakat. Yes, but what happened to it? When it joined the Jamaat, it becomes value. Because anybody who moves for the sake of Allah, sincerely, making effort on the iman and yaqeen and amal, I want you to taqarrab ilayhi, I want you to get near Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that Jamaat is unified, then the whole makhlukat will follow it. Samawati wal ard, wa ma baynahuma, Allah was sakhara. Allah will subdue the creation to the Jamaat. But it must be based on unity. Unity of the oneness of Allah. So that dog of no value, follow the Jamaat. What did Allah do with that dog? Allah put that dog in the Quran. Kitabullah kalamullah to Yawm al-Qiyamah. It was a dog Allah put in the Quran. Join the Jamaat? Dog is dog. Now this dog become value. Why? He wasn't a part of Allah. He wasn't a part of Allah. So the dog becomes valuable. Even the dog becomes valuable because he wasn't a part of Allah. Looking after the Jamaat. SubhanAllah. Think about it, my brothers. Allah don't need no one. Allah wants you to think. Change your mindset how you think. So these people who was used who try to preserve the iman and amal, when they enter into the cave, and the dog will chuck it out. The dog no, chuck it out. Stay at the gate at the entrance of the cave. Read it. What the dog was doing, he was at the entrance of the cave. He was doing chuck it out. Hurasa. Doing security for the Jamaat. It's a dog. But Allah mentioned the Quran. Think about it, my scripture. But if Allah is running the whole company, we got to think. Allah loves the part of Allah. Allah loves his part. And if the dog becomes valuable, if the dog gets Allah to do, you know what he do? Hurasa. Chuck it out at the entrance of the cave. And the Jamaat sleep. Jamaat sleep, my friend. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the sun rise and set. Make the sun rise and set. The people in the Ahl al-Kahf, They sleep. They sleep. They was young. They sleep. For how long? Was it 1 month? Was it 1 week? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make those people who is the stairs slept. 309 years. Zaman wal makan do not affect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember this. As zaman wal makan, zaman affect me and you and makhlukat, everybody here. I got to go to work, I got to go there, I got to go. Shams. Tulu Shams, Shuruk Shams, Ghurub Shams, sunset, morning set, sunrise, it affects everyone, no matter who the person is. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that being, that which is unique in his qualities. His qudrat is mutlaq, his qualities is perfect, his asma wal husna, his beautiful names, is unique within this being. Do not affect Zaman or Makan, do not affect Allah. So the Zaman came, the Zaman Mashi, a Zaman Yatamasha, Zaman 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, 9 years, 309 years, people are inside the cuff. And when the time came, Allah made them come out and then came the same way as it went in. Same, no change, in spite of time went. Because Allah wants these people to preserve, to make us understand that time and space do not affect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is this the yaqeen that we have to try to talk about on a daily basis? Yaqeen in the greatness of Allah. Today our yaqeen is in makhluk. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam is Khalilullah, the friend of Allah, the one who was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love. They call Khalilullah. He's an intimate friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In giving dawah illallah, because we got to talk about the greatness of the prophets them, to give dawah at their time. And everybody was against Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, who was Khalilullah, he was a friend of Allah. Dawah was given. About Tawheed, about the oneness of Allah, the greatness of Allah, the Khaliq, the Malik, the Razik. So the people said they want to get rid of him. His father didn't come unto the deen of Allah. All the people that was doing idols, Aslam, worshiping Awthan, Aslam, believing in. There was other people of customs. But when the Tawheed came, the oneness of Allah, La ilaha illallah, La ma'budu haqqin illallah, Khaliq, Malik, Razik, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Alladhi usakhkhara al-kawn. He who subdued the whole of the universe. Ibrahim, Khalilullah, he was a Nabi. And a Nabi of great qualities. Nabi is sidq. Nabi is truthful. Nabi is amana. Nabi is trustworthy. Nabi is fatana. Nabi is intelligent. And Nabi is give dawat. 4 qualities of Nabi. So, the Nabis have these qualities. They don't either dawah. He was given dawah to us Tawheed, the oneness of Allah, La ilaha illallah, Yaqeen in the greatness of Allah. So the people decided that we want to get rid of him, as though every time people want to get rid of the person who talk about the greatness of Allah, who want the whole makhluk to recognize who's man alladhi khalaqa al-kawn. Who created this creation? Who run it? It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what they do to Ibrahim, he was given dawah to us Tawheed, nothing affect him. They want to get rid of him. So Ibrahim alayhi salam, when they went to the festival, he came to the temple, destroyed all them idols, and the big idol, he leave the axe and the feet. Abraham leave axe and feet and destroyed all the small asnam, destroyed them. So when they came back on the axe, who destroyed these idols? Abraham wanted to give them hiwar. What is dialogue? Because dawah is giving dawah, expound on the person, make the person know who he are and where he stand. So we got to give dawah. So Abraham said, who destroyed these idols? To the nearest one. Abraham had his got to stand select, but the ox did one down. Ask them feet. Ask him. They know that the Aslam cannot talk, the Aslam, the idols cannot talk, they cannot talk. So why get them into a dialogue? And why they worship it? He cannot talk to you, it have nothing, it have no benefit. La darun wa la nafa, no benefit, no harm. It have nothing, it just an Aslam, it is an idol. Worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They could not take the dawah of Ibrahim alayhi salam because of Taqwa Iman and Yaqeen. So what they decided, let us destroy him, let us burn him, let us get rid of him. And the same thing happened to the They want to get rid of you when they talk about the greatness of Allah. So they build a big fire. In spite of Ibrahim, in one, subhanAllah. In Hanif, what is Hanif? The one who's upright. So Allah liked when you're upright. He went to Allah all the time. He looked towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ibrahim always looked towards Allah. So at the time the fire burning, big fire. And he said that if a bird was to fly, we just could see. If a bird was to fly, they would have dropped into fire and roast. Because such a great fire. But Ibrahim was tied in a catapult because he cannot throw in the fire because he must try from a distance. So when he must tie him in a catapult to sling him into the fire, there's nobody there to help him. And even the angels came to heart Ibrahim any help. But Ibrahim, I start Islam, even navigate the markaz. You can imagine that. Malakas was full of something, Noor was straight from light. Pure beings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even didn't want no help, not even for the Malakas. In Tawheed, his oneness to Allah with Allah was so strong. His Tawheed was so strong with the Khaliq that he knows that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows my ahwal, Allah knows his condition, he knows what he's in. And when what happened, my respected brothers, when he tried to sling into the fire, what happened? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from Dhatihi wa Sifatihi wa Qudratihi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command that nar, that fire that is makhluk, that is burned, that is can consume anything. Allah command the fire from himself, be peace and cool to Ibrahim. So the fire was there in Shekel, but in Shekel it was in form. Ibrahim was in the fire for Arada in Ayaman, according to the nearest meaning, for one chilla. In the fire, eating, drinking, Rismun Allah, Al-Khaliq Al-Malik Al-Razik, Rismun Allah, in the fire, while the fire was in front of the people, and even do not even one hair on the body burned. But the rope, it was consumed. Allah telling me and you that when my command comes, all the creation, in spite of it, Allah give the creation the law to burn. Fire was commanded to burn. Fire is a sunnah of Allah, and the fire must burn. Water must drown. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intervene, this is what we got to understand. When the subhanahu wa ta'ala intervene with his qudrat, is not bound to any law. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that me and you can connect to that qudrat. If we sincere, if we follow the commands of Allah, awamirihi, and the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, bring deen into your life, bring the akhlaq of Rasul into your life, then help will be with us. Because every time when Zaman is knocking, don't change to Allah. It changed to mankind, the passage of time. Oh, this is this. But for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything is the same. Time don't affect Allah. Zaman, Makan don't affect Allah. Is that being that is unique. It doesn't need time to do nothing. It only said be, and the thing come into existence, and it come into existence, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala it can come out of existence the same way. So the Sahabas understood Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.